is a book review of Swords of Sorrow by Gail Simone or Simon. It's the complete saga and it's about 500 odd pages. And it's a really, really good book. It's from Dynamite Comics. Came out in 2016. What does it include? Well, it includes a vast amount of artistic talent. The styles change quite rapid all the way through the book. So it's quite, not only that, it's slightly confusing. I think it's one of these books, maybe you have to read a couple of times to actually get the general gist of the flow of all the story. But a lot of it is lots of people meeting each other. Not, you've got the villain, one of the villains. There's quite a few villains in this as well. There's a group like the Prince's Legion of Shardmen, the Agents of Chaos as Mistress Hell, Purgatory and Chastity. But you've of course got all the various characters, the Dynamite women, like Red Sonja, Dejah Thoris, Vampirella, they're the key ones of course. Then you've got Jungle Girl, Kato, Lady Zorro, Jennifer Blood. You've also got Masquerade, Irene Adler and many others. There's one notable exception. Vampirella, for some weird reason, isn't in the book, so I don't understand that. But there's a lot of crossovers, and Dynamite Comics love their crossover. Quite often I look at the thing, it says Vampirella and Barbarella, Vampirella and so on and so on. I'm certain they just endlessly love crossovers. And this is a great crossover book. This is brilliant. This has got lots and lots of stories where, but at the same time, I have to say, because of that, it's somewhat slightly confusing. But that's probably just me. I admit it. I mean, I love 60s and 70s comics when the crossovers were far more simple. They would have like 2 issues. That would be it. Yeah, crossover, bang, story finished. And now, of course, they have a lot. So you've got here Vampirella and Jennifer Blood. And I read a few of Jennifer Blood. I must admit, it was quite a good story, actually, Jennifer Blood. I never continued on with them. Black Sparrow character, I've never, and Lady Zorro. And so it's all the way through, lots and lots. You've got another one, Dejah Thoris and Irene Adler. And you've got, of course, lots of villains. They're always meeting up with various villains. And it's a very dark book. It's a very dark, you can see that by the pages, it's not light. Unless, like most comics nowadays, they don't seem to produce bright, saturated colour comics. And you've got Vampirella, of course. Vampirella turns up quite a lot. Dejah Thoris, and of course, Red Sonja turn up quite a lot. But it's just, one of the best bits was there was a bit about a lion. I quite enjoyed that storyline. That was set in the Victorian period. But you've got here Lady Masquerade, and to be honest, some of the Kato, obviously Lady Zorro, and I'm not really certain of all the characters, to be honest. There were so many characters in this, I got to the point where I was a bit not certain who that character is. And again, this is probably maybe a second or third read. I would probably see a bit more and understand it a bit better. But I enjoyed it still. The climax was good. The whole build up to obviously the end of the story was absolutely well done, and I enjoyed it. Very good read and fairly well recommended. I wouldn't say it's a masterpiece, but it's definitely a decent trade paperback. And you've got 500 pages of great action with a variety of characters. I'm certain one or two of the characters you will really love. Some of the characters, maybe not.